Things seem to be going our way up here in Canada. You know, we've had most of the financial companies do their earnings this week. We're still waiting for Bank of Montreal next Tuesday. And while a couple of the financial institutions missed on earnings, missed on revenues, the growth in revenue year over year across the board is magnifying the fact that Canada continues to fight its way back into a very profitable country economically. We like to see Canada doing well, and we've got another earnings call from a much smaller bank up here in the Great White North that helps to put another stamp on the fact that Canada is doing outstanding. I'm Cody from Wall Street Breakdown. See, the National Bank of Canada is definitely the smaller of the major banks across the nation, but that is not stopping them from making a serious foothold in growth for the financial sector. They came in with an earnings per share of $1.39. Last year, this quarter, it was only 78 cents. Revenues of $1.7 billion beat last year's revenue number of $1.57 billion. So year over year, the National Bank of Canada is definitely stepping up their game, much like their contemporaries here in the financial industries in Canada. And when you look further into the segments of the National Bank of Canada, you see that they're up across the board. That's what you want to see in growth. When a company's doing everything right, it's pretty tough to argue with stuff. Dividends increased because of this earnings call, I would imagine, by 2 cents, up to 60 cents a share. So I'm sure all the shareholders of the National Bank of Canada are relatively thrilled, not only with the earnings call, but with that nice dividend bump. They had a record year with net income exceeding $2 billion for the first time in company history. You'll love to hear about record years, especially when it's record up and not record down, that's for sure. Personal and commercial banking brought in $239 million versus $191 million the year previous. Wealth management brought in $116 million versus $92 million last year. The financial markets brought in $186 million versus $176 million. So while the gain was only $9 million, still, when you're up, you're up. U.S. specialty finance and international, $55 million. My apologies. Up from $21 million, over doubling that number from last year. The National Bank of Canada, while it may be small in comparison to TD or CIBC, Scotia, Royal Bank, BMO, they are still breaking records in all segments, and they're doing a heck of a job. And that's what we like to see up here, where everything seems to be going our way heading into 2018. If you take a look at the other video we've posted today about the unemployment numbers in Canada, it seems like Canada might be the place you might want to start parking some of your money, because growth seems to be on the uptick across the board. I'm Cody from Wall Street Breakdown. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, thumbs up for this video, all videos, thumbs up for an excellent financial earnings season so far here in Canada, and comments. We love hearing from you, and we want to know just what you think about the way the financial earnings season in Canada has gone so far, as we wait for just Bank of Montreal to report early next week. You guys have yourselves a safe and outstanding weekend.